Something that continues to confuse many Nollywood fans is the fact that Pearl Watts has never publicly reacted to the growing number of actresses Maurice Sam has been paired with over the years. Every few months a new movie arrives, Maurice Sam appears alongside another talented actress, social media starts discussing their chemistry, and somehow the conversation always circles back to Pearl Watts. What makes the situation unusual is that Pearl herself never seems interested in joining those discussions. She does not compete for attention, she does not make comparisons, and she rarely addresses the constant fan debates. Instead, she simply focuses on her own projects while viewers continue creating stories around her silence. Ironically, the less she says, the more people talk about her. Fans have reached a point where they automatically mention Pearl Watts whenever Maurice Sam stars in a romantic movie with someone else. It has become a pattern that keeps repeating itself regardless of who the new co-star happens to be. Many viewers believe the reason this keeps happening is because Pearl Watts occupies a unique position among all the actresses Maurice Sam has worked with. Throughout his career, Maurice has shared the screen with several talented women, and many of those collaborations have been successful. However, fans often argue that there was always something different whenever Pearl Watts was involved. They claim their scenes carried a level of comfort that could not easily be recreated. The interactions appeared natural, the conversations felt believable, and the emotional moments seemed effortless. Instead of looking like two actors trying to convince an audience, they often looked like two people completely lost inside their characters. That quality made viewers emotionally invested in their stories and helped create a loyal fan base that still exists today. What makes this even more remarkable is that their popularity was not built on controversy or publicity. It was built on performances. People watched their movies and became attached to what they saw. One film led to another, and before long audiences started expecting something special whenever their names appeared together. Producers noticed it, viewers noticed it, even casual movie lovers who rarely followed celebrity discussions began recognizing the appeal of the partnership. Their popularity grew because audiences genuinely enjoyed watching them work together. There was also a period when many fans believed Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts quietly changed the direction of Nollywood romance movies. Before their rise as a popular screen pair, many romantic stories relied heavily on predictable plots and dramatic twists. While those elements still existed, audiences became increasingly interested in chemistry between actors. Viewers started paying closer attention to how characters looked at each other, how they communicated, and whether their emotions felt genuine. Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts arrived during a time when audiences wanted more realism from romantic stories. Their performances helped satisfy that demand. People began discussing chemistry almost as much as storylines. A movie could have an interesting plot, but if the lead actors lacked connection, fans would quickly point it out. On the other hand, if the chemistry felt authentic, audiences were often willing to overlook minor weaknesses elsewhere. Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts became examples of what viewers wanted to see more often. Their partnership helped raise expectations and encouraged producers to pay greater attention to casting decisions. The audience was no longer satisfied with simply seeing attractive actors on screen. They wanted emotional compatibility and believable interactions. Years later, that impact remains visible. Every time Maurice Sam works with another actress, comparisons immediately begin. Fans discuss who has the best chemistry with him, and Pearl Watts is almost always included in the conversation. Some viewers insist nobody has matched her. Others believe certain actresses have come close. Regardless of opinion, the fact that these debates continue demonstrates how deeply her partnership with Maurice Sam affected audiences. Very few screen pairings remain relevant for such a long period. The loyalty of their supporters is another fascinating part of the story. Fans simply refuse to move on. New movies come and go, new partnerships emerge, and new actors enter the spotlight, yet many viewers continue holding on to the memories created by Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts. They revisit old scenes, share clips online, and regularly discuss their favorite moments. For these fans, the appeal goes beyond nostalgia. They genuinely believe there is still more potential left in the partnership. Some supporters compare their situation to famous screen duos from different entertainment industries who became larger than individual projects. Once audiences connect strongly with a particular pairing, it becomes difficult to replace that feeling. The actors may continue building successful careers separately, but fans still hope to see them reunited. This appears to be exactly what has happened with Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts. Their supporters are not necessarily against seeing them work with other people. They simply believe there is something special about seeing them together. Perhaps the biggest topic among fans today is the possibility of Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts starring in a major cinema production together. While they have already worked on several successful projects, many viewers believe a large-scale cinema release could elevate their partnership to an entirely different level. The idea alone generates excitement. Fans imagine packed movie theaters, strong promotional campaigns, and widespread media attention surrounding the project. A cinema movie would provide opportunities that are often unavailable in smaller productions. Bigger budgets could support more ambitious storytelling, higher production quality, and broader distribution. It would allow both actors to showcase their abilities on a larger platform while reaching audiences beyond their traditional fan base. Many supporters believe such a project could become one of the most anticipated Nollywood releases in recent memory. There is also the possibility that a major cinema film would introduce their partnership to a new generation of viewers. Some younger audiences may know Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts individually, but have never experienced the movies that originally made them popular together. A fresh collaboration could bridge that gap and create a new wave of supporters. It would remind longtime fans why they became attached to the pair, while giving newer viewers the chance to understand the excitement. Interestingly, some fans believe the anticipation itself could become part of the movie's success. Years of discussions, comparisons, and speculation have built enormous curiosity around the idea of another major collaboration. People have spent so much time imagining what it would look like that the actual project would arrive with significant momentum already behind it. Few Nollywood partnerships possess that kind of built-in audience support.